And at this time, I would like to introduce the School of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, otherwise known as STEM. We have many different of our programs are available in this school. So we have various faculty available that you are able to actually talk to after the presentation is done. And we are going to have breakout rooms. So once we are complete giving an overview of the School of STEM and all it has to offer, you'll be able to break out. And if you are interested in one of those programs, you can speak to a faculty member or program director from that program within the breakout rooms. If you're not able to get into the breakout room, we'll assign you to the breakout room, but you should be able to choose depending on your on the type of Zoom that you're working with. So at this point, I would like to go ahead and hand it over to Dean Melanie Rhee, who oversees the School of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math.
Thank you, Corey. So welcome everybody. It's a pleasure to be part of the Fall 2020 Open House. It's certainly a different environment to be meeting with people virtually, but I think it's an environment we're all getting used to. So as Corey mentioned, my name is Dr. Melanie Rhee. I am the Dean for the School of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. So I've got the longest school title, I think, of all the schools. So my school is connected to several different areas. So some of them, for example, I oversee the science and the math department, but also things like computer studies, cybersecurity, automotive tech, and then we have degree programs in engineering, green buildings, and environmental science. So that's kind of my whole realm. As you can see on the screen, we have many different associate degrees and certificate offerings within that school. So the associate degree programs are listed here. I'll talk a little bit about those. And then we have certificates in computer assisted design, computer information systems, and computer web development. So a couple things I wanted to mention just general is that we have a really wonderful team assembled as part of the School of STEM. My team consists of my 3 program directors that oversee individual areas, and I'll introduce them in a second. Oh, hi. And then we have 2 student success advisors associated with our school, as well as our faculty advisors. Our 2 student success advisors are Christina Merriweather and Barbara Murphy, and they are just fantastic. They're great members to our team and really are able to assist students in achieving their transfer and their academic goals. And then additionally, we have as part of our team a licensed mental health connection center counselor, Professor Inez Rivera. So that's kind of our whole group working together. My 3 program directors are, like in no particular order, is first Bert Schillingford, who oversees the Automotive Tech program. That is, our Automotive Tech program is not on the main campus. It is at a beautiful brand new facility in Orangeburg. So it's a few miles from campus. My second program director is Dr. Odessa Butler. She oversees the science department, which I'll speak to in a second. And then the green buildings program, engineering, and environmental science. So we have several degrees kind of nested under science, as well as our liberal arts, math, and science degrees. And then last but not least, Professor Eric Magrum, who oversees the math department, but also the computer studies areas and cybersecurity. And the wonderful thing is the team that I have has had years and years of experience of overseeing these areas. So it's been a really easy transition for all of us to the school's model. So I have several faculty members that I want to introduce that are here with us now that are representing the different areas that as a dean that I oversee. But before I do that, I do want to mention that our school also has a really wonderful partnership with the School of Nursing, Health, and Wellness. A lot of the courses that those areas need as prerequisites or parts of their degrees are embedded in our school. So for example, Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2, which are courses required for nursing, for OTA programs, and in the exercise and human performance world, those classes are offered through our school. So we really do have good relationships with the program directors in those areas, so that we're constantly talking about what's really needed and required to make sure that we're keeping current and we're offering what we need to offer to support our students. So that's a shout out to them. They're all wonderful people and we all really work well together. So I'm just going to go around and introduce all the little squares. We're like a really expanded Brady Bunch. Okay. So so I'll start with Automotive Tech. So Bert Shillingford is our program director, but also here tonight is one of our instructors, Mr. Blake Terry, who oversees and coordinates the Ford Asset Program. So if you guys could just say hello, that would be great. And unmute.
Hey everybody, Blake here. Thanks for having me, Corey and Melanie. My name is Blake Terry. I'm the Ford Asset Program Coordinator at RCC, and I'm here to answer any questions you have about the General Automotive Program or any of our manufacturer programs at the Auto Tech Center. Thanks.
Hi guys, I'm Bert Shillingford. I am the program director and I'm welcoming every single aspiring technician. We are looking for all the technicians there is. So welcome, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. I know you will be getting a lot of information and I want you to digest the information. And at the breakout session, we look forward to talking to you at the breakout session. Welcome.
And I can just say that the Automotive Tech program truly is like a little family, right? So all of the faculty and staff at that program really do. Automotive Tech is a highly prescriptive program. It's I would say my only real technical program where people go right into the world of work coming out with that degree. And they really do support the students in not only getting them through the program, but then helping them with getting jobs after the program is completed. And so they really do take care of their students like no other. So my second program director that I'd like to introduce first is Dr. Odessa Butler. So Odessa, if you want to say hi.
Hi and welcome everybody. My name is Dr. Odessa Butler. I am Dean for Science, Engineering, and Green Building, and Environmental Science degree falls in that realm as well. We'll have a breakout room for each one of those individual programs, as well as just general science. So if you're interested in things like pre-med or chemistry or biology, we'll have a general breakout room for that as well. So we all look forward to giving you some information about RCC. It is a wonderful place to start where we can really get you prepared to transfer to a four-year institution with junior status.
And next, I'd like to introduce Dr. Jillian Decker, who is going to be representing our department to discuss the environmental science degree. Jillian, if you could just introduce yourself.
Hi, Jillian Decker. I'll be talking about an environmental science program and telling you about all the great opportunities we can connect you with.
Next, I have Professor Saeed Safai, who is the one of the authors and creators of our engineering degree at the college. So Saeed, if you could just introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Professor Saeed Safai, and welcome you too. And if you have any questions regarding engineering and different fields of it, please come to my breakout session. Thank you.
And then Professor Kay Kopp-Brown, who is here to represent the Green Buildings program. Kay teaches in our Green Buildings program, but also is really the primary advisor for all of those students. So Kay, if you could just introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the open house. I'm looking forward to answering any questions about the Green Building program. So come along to the breakout session if you're interested.
Thank you. So thank you all. And Eric, if you could just introduce yourself. This is Professor Eric Magrum. He is our program director for math, the computer studies area, and for cybersecurity.
Hi, everybody. As Dr. Hu said, I oversee the math, computer studies, and cybersecurity area. So again, every degree at RCC does have a math requirement to it. So if anybody has any questions regarding that, I'm happy to answer them. We will have a breakout room for anyone who's interested in our cybersecurity degree, one of our most popular degrees. And we have one of our excellent faculty, Professor Geller, who's going to be in the room to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you, and I hope you have a great open house.
And last but certainly not least, I would like to introduce Professor Geller, who certainly one of our more engaging faculty in the cybersecurity program. If anybody's interested in that program, she's going to have her own breakout room as well. Jeanette, do you want to just say hello? You're muted.
Unmute.
Hi, nice to meet everybody, and I hope I will be of help to anyone who's interested, and welcome. I'm looking to grab people, into the program. By the way, just to let those who may be interested know, I am also the director of the Cyber Center, and the college is a center of academic excellence in cyber defense, which is one of the big things that, like nursing has their big program, we have our big program, which gives us an air to the NSC and DHS. So if you're in our program, there's a lot to learn, and things are changing every day. So welcome.
Thank you, Jeanette. And I do want to make mention, two of the things that Eric oversees as well is our CIS degree, which is Computer Information Systems, our Computer Support Specialist degrees. But also Eric's been very diligently working on a math and computer science track, which is going to be a new track, a new degree that the students will be eligible for. We're hoping by next fall, but we'll have course offerings available ahead of that. So if you have questions about computer science as well, Eric would be the person to ask. The last thing I just wanted to mention is that we've had some really great upgrades to our facilities at the college. Almost all of our labs have been upgraded within the past 5 to 7 years. Senator Carlucci had given us a grant to update a few labs. The chemistry lab and physics lab have been recently updated as well. And we just recently, over the spring into the summer, had a kind of redesign and restructuring of our AMP1 lab. So we've had a lot of upgrades to our lab spaces and facilities, which have been really helpful in terms of bringing us current. Hopefully we'll be back on campus soon so we can actually go ahead and use all those beautiful lab facilities. And if anybody has any questions for me, I'm happy to take them as well. And I want to wish everybody a wonderful evening. I hope you have a great time at the open house and get the information that you need.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Reed. That was wonderful. And thank you to all the participants from the School of STEM. So at this time, before we move on to the School of Nursing, Health, and Wellness, I am going to open the breakout rooms. I did list them in the chat. We have about 6 breakout rooms available. It'll be with green building, science, cybersecurity, engineering, auto tech, and environmental science. So you can go ahead and pick and choose which ones you want to enter. You can leave that session and come back to the main session if you still if you want to switch in between rooms. And the School of Health and Nursing, Health, and Wellness will be giving the presentation at the same time. So for those interested in the STEM programs, I'm about to open up the breakout rooms. If you cannot get into a breakout room, if you don't see it on your Zoom, please let us know and we will assign you to which room you want to go to. Just make sure you type it in the chat box and we'll be able to assign you to that room. All right. So all the rooms are now open. If you do need to be assigned, please just let us know. Just mute yourself though first and just put it on the chat.
Yeah. You watch it on the phone. I started taking notes for you.
Okay, thank you.
And Corey, I'll stay on this in case anybody has questions, just general questions. I can stay here and answer them in the chat if you need me to.
Okay, great. Just trying to.
Did you fill out an application for the nursing program?
Okay, so all right, if you don't see a breakout room, so nursing is not in the breakout room. Nursing, health, and wellness will be coming up shortly. Just give me 1 sec. I'm just going to start. Okay, so while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and move it on over to the School of Nursing, Health, and Wellness. And with us today, we have various representatives from the school. And I'm just going to share my screen real quick. Okay, so we are going to move on to the School of Nursing, Health, and Wellness. And I would like to introduce Dean Kathy Hopkins, and she will help present an overview of the school and introduce her program directors that she has with us today. Dr. Hopkins, are you there?
I'm sorry, I'm muted. I was talking.
Keeps it happens easily. It's the tagline of 2020.
But anyway, hi everybody, and welcome to our, I guess, second virtual open house. I think it's second. Time just seems to march on. But anyway, we're doing it a little bit different this time, and we are here to answer your questions about the School of Nursing, Health, and Wellness. The School of Nursing, Health, and Wellness includes OTA, the Occupational Therapy Assistant Program, the nursing program, our human performance studies, which is exercise and human performance. And we have a few different tracks that Professor Zoda is here and she will talk about. OTA, Professor Noble will be here. She is actually teaching a course and she does not get out until 4:30. So she will be
here.
She's here. Okay, so she will be here to talk about OTA. And we have nursing, and Dr. Croning is here to talk a little bit about nursing. And we also have a public health degree within our school. The public health degree is part of the consortium. Orange Community College is the lead school, and it's an online program. And we have a fair number of students in there, and it's growing every day. We also are a certified, within our school, we have a training center, an American Heart Association training center, where we teach CPR courses, BLS courses, life-saving, ACLS courses, and whatnot. We are working on a general health-related degree, which we hope to start in fall of 2021. And as we go through the approval process, we will have more information out on our website. So I think first we were going to hear from Professor Zoda about her program in human performance studies.
Well, thank you, everybody, and thank you, Kathy. So the Human Performance Studies program is an associated science program that consists of 3 tracks. So what students may do is enroll in one of the 3 tracks and follow the guidelines in those to be able to transfer to a 4-year institution and major in that concentration. Our department has, what's great about our department, there are 3 full-time faculty. We work very closely together. Myself, Professor Diana Carey, who is also the college athletic trainer, and Professor Eric Ellingson, who teaches a lot of the recreation leadership and physical education. So the 3 tracks, one is physical education, and that's for students interested in majoring in physical education, or if they're just unsure what area they want to go into. Many students come in and they say, I know I want to do something in sports, but I'm just not sure what. So oftentimes they'll go into physical education because it is more general. But then also they may want to go into coaching, or they may want to go into teaching. So that's the area we recommend they go into, or the track that they should follow. The exercise and sports science track are for students who are interested in going into athletic training, which is now become a graduate program. So many times, instead of majoring, the colleges now, they have the students who are interested in athletic training major in exercise science. So students can go into the exercise and sports science track and go into areas such as exercise science, fitness training, nutrition, or pre-physical therapy. And what happens is students there, they transfer to a 4-year institution, and most of them major in either exercise science or nutrition. And in that program, there is also a certificate. So students have the option of receiving a fitness specialist certificate if they participate in an internship and take an ethics course. So within that program, the certificate is embedded. So if you decide, I don't want to do the whole associate's degree, you can also do a certificate. So you have the certificate you could do, or you could get the degree, or both, either one. So if you want to get the certificate and the associates, you can do that as well. The certificate program is training students to take fitness exams or personal training exams, nationally certified exams. So while you're doing your internship, we do encourage you to take a personal training exam to make you a certified personal trainer. And the last track that we have is the Sports and Recreation Leadership Program. And that, the exercise and sports science is very science related. You have to take anatomy and physiology, same with physical education, you have to take anatomy and physiology, but also in exercise sports science at this point, you also need to take chemistry. The sports and recreation leadership, we just require that a biology course is taken in there. And that's really for students who are interested in majoring, going into sports management or some sort of sports program, community centers, senior programs, or therapeutic recreation, or working in the park system. Many students in this program, they'll transfer to a four-year school and either major in sports management or recreation. So you have the kind of that option to major in either one of those and when you transfer to a four-year school. Some students will go on after the 2 years and they'll start working maybe in a community center or working in a senior program or an after-school program. Those are other options. So just with an associate degree, you can also go and work in the community as well. If you could switch to the next slide, yeah. So as I was talking about the fitness certificate program, it is a 1 year 30 credit program, and those are the different courses that you would need to take. And we do train you to take a personal training exam, and we do require that you participate in an internship, which is right at this point very hard because of the pandemic going on. It's very hard to place in internships, but we are thinking about, having students, if they're not going to be doing an internship outside, maybe within the college in our own fitness center, would they be able to fulfill that requirement? Next slide, please. So why study at RCC? You do have one-on-one academic advisement. As I said, you will be advised by either myself, Diana Carey, or Eric Ellingston. Our class sizes are very small, and we do work one-on-one with you during class because they are small. We introduce you to the field without that high cost of tuition, and you do have the option to transfer up to 64 credits to a four-year institution. There are different areas you can go into, different occupations. And if you could just go through the slides, Corey, you can go into doing sports, you get that practical experience. And as I said, you get either an AS degree or a certificate program. And some of the schools that students have transferred to were SUNY Cortland, SUNY Brockport, East Stroudsburg University. Those are programs we have articulation agreements with. But other students have went to Manhattan College. They've gone to William Patterson University. These are schools that are much closer to us. Brooklyn College. So those are more local schools. But if you are interested in going away, we do have the articulation with those schools as well. You can also be employed as a personal trainer if you do pass your certificate, the certificate and the personal training exam. And you could work at some entry positions in fitness, wellness, and recreation field with any of the AS degree programs. And you could just go through these real quickly. There are different career opportunities that you can do in physical education and fitness. Different places you can go. So it's just not, very one-sided, or very tunnel vision. It expand yourself into going into different areas in the fitness field. And other options that people do, they go into working in athletics. So in the athletic departments, there are a lot of colleges. They have lots of different areas, not just in coaching or athletic administration, but they go into being compliance officers or working in sports promotions or marketing, sports information, doing officiating, and going into a strength coach if you're going into getting that certification. And I believe that's it. So thank you. If anybody has any questions, feel free. You may email me. I'm sorry I didn't put my email address up there, but it is pzota@sunyrockland.edu. But you can also put in the chat any questions, and I'll be happy to answer any that you may have. If we are going into a breakout room, I will be there, and feel free to ask me any questions there. So thank you.
Thank you, Patty. Up next, we have Maureen Cronin from the nursing program, who will tell us all about what nursing has to offer here at RCC.
Okay, so welcome to RCC's nursing program. I see we already have lots of questions that people are asking. I'm the program director of nursing, and I would suggest we have great information sessions that should be listed on our website. If it's not now, I know they were doing some work on the website. It should be shortly, within the next day or two. And they're great to attend because they answer all the questions you possibly could think of will be answered during that information session. So nursing, of course, we are geared to meet the needs of our community and to be lifelong learners. So everything happening right now with COVID, right? We're learning an enormous amount, and we're learning how we could prevent it, how we could decrease the spread, how we potentially going to, treat it. So nursing is always learning, right? And we're caring for others in times of need. So it's a combination of an art and a science. It's an ever-changing healthcare system, as we're seeing currently. And we collaborate with our doctors, our occupational therapists, our respiratory therapists, everyone, our nutritionists, everyone that you could think of as part of the healthcare team. We work into collaboration with them. And that's really important. So we work as a team. Next slide. So why nursing at RCC? First of all, it's very affordable at Rockland, very flexible. We have day, evening, weekend clinic, or we have day and evening classes, and then we also have weekend clinicals, which really makes it very, it's great for working students. If you have a family, it's very flexible. Also, great news, our NCLEX pass rates are 98 to 100%. We have articulation agreements with other colleges. So you would go on, we have that BSN in 10 years. So anyone getting their associate's degree should go on to have their BSN within 10 years. We have wonderful faculty, lab, support staff. We have a state-of-the-art, our SIMS lab, a simulation lab, where we have mannequins that can breathe. You can assess their heart rate. You can take a blood pressure on them. They can cough, they can talk to you. We could do, catheters, all sorts of wonderful things, skills that you could do in a safe environment and learn how to do them without being in the clinical facility. So we have many, many different clinical sites. We're affiliated with all our local Nyack Hospital, Good Samaritan Hospital, Helen Hayes, which is more of a long-term rehab. We have all different nursing home affiliations. We have some community. Students also go to like the daycare center for pediatrics. So we definitely have a variety, a major variety of different healthcare settings that you can go in and have experience before you graduate from our program. Next slide. Okay, so if you're passionate about serving others, you're enthusiastic about promoting and restoring health, you have a thirst for learning complex scientific principles, you like to problem solve, you like to work in an emergency or crisis situation, and you advocate for others' needs, who don't have a voice to do so. If this is you, and these are things that you want to do, you know, then nursing is for you. And we're so happy that you're choosing nursing as a profession. Next slide. Applications. Okay, so I saw a couple of questions about applications. I was trying to answer them as I went along. So nursing applications, we accept them twice a year. So we accept them in the spring, August 1st to October 15th. And in the fall, we accept them the February 1st to August 15th. So everything's on our website. Most of your questions, you can actually look on our website and find them. Applications have to be in on time. We don't accept any late applications. You must apply to the college first. And then there's a first year experience course that everyone coming into our school, if you hadn't prior been into a college, you would take this new student ITTS course, it's called. It's a wonderful course. It really gives you a lot of great information about being a new college student. ATI, we have a TC exam. So you have to, with your application, you have to have your TC exam score attached with that application. And then we have an English and math placement. So that's really our application process. Okay, so here's our information sessions. I know everybody was asking, I saw a couple of people asking about this. So February 10th from 1 to 2:30, we have March 3rd, 11 to 12:30, and April 7th. And this will be on our website. So if you don't have to jot them down now, if you don't want, but you'll be able to look on our website for the information sessions. Okay, so remember, we're here to help you. We're thrilled that you want to become nurses and go into this helping profession. We need new, eager, energetic, wanting to help others. We're very happy to see that. So your success is our success, and we're proud of all our students. We have great students in the nursing program. We have great faculty, support staff. Our Sims lab, like I said, is great. So we really are very proud of our program at RCC, and we're hoping that you want to join us. So if there's any questions, I guess we could ask them now. We have a couple of minutes. Are we okay, Corey?
Well, I was going to have Donna present first, and then
Okay.
at the end we can ask any questions and wrap up at that time.
All right, I'm going to keep trying to answer them in the chat.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. We're keeping on top of that right now too.
Okay.
There are a lot of questions for sure. All right, thank you so much, Maureen. That was great. So up next, we have Donna Noble from our Occupational Therapy Assistant Program. And Donna, you can go ahead and take on.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome to Rockland Community College. Occupational therapy, it's a great profession. We're a health profession that works with people to be able to function in their everyday activities and all of their meaningful activities that they enjoy. Our program is 2.5 years, pretty much, because our academics are pretty rigorous. So at the end, you do 8 to 10 week, 2 of them, field works where you're out in the field under an occupational therapy assistant or an occupational therapist, and you're actually doing the job. So we really prepare you well. The 2.5 years you're in your academics here, and it's a great program because you can really work part-time. Most of our students do. They have other life responsibilities or roles that they need to attend to. So they find our program really works because our classes are once a week for 3 hours, which sounds a little daunting, but if you take 2 to 3 classes a semester, you may only have to be on campus 2 or 3 days a week, if that. So many of our students travel to get here, and which makes it an excellent program for most, because it's not every day that you have to be here. We have a GPA, minimal GPA of 2.5 to apply, a C+ in anatomy and physiology 1 and 2. And our liberal arts are requiring a C. We look for a well-rounded person in the application. So we just don't read out with the GPA, which many OT programs do. We look at the whole person, which is the philosophy of our profession. And by doing that, We really look to see somebody that is, are you a people person? Can you think on your feet, much like nursing? Can you critically think? Can you problem solve? Are you creative? Okay, because that's what the profession will entail. We really do have excellent faculty. There's 2 full-time faculty. I'm one of them. And the other faculty are adjuncts who are clinicians in the field. And what better way to learn from people who are actually doing the job in the field? What else can I tell you? After you complete your academics, then you are eligible to sit for our certification exam, which is on demand, which is where you learn your C for your certification, and then you can become a licensed professional in the field. Our graduates get jobs within 3 to 6 months of graduating from here. We prepare you well at all our sites. We have over 100 sites where we send you to field work, and many of them offer our graduates jobs because they're so well prepared. What else can I tell you? Our next info session is Monday, November 30th at 4 p.m. You can reach us. You can look at our website, and you will be able to get the information there. We can send you a Zoom. And then also the application, and we have extended our application period to November 30th also because we've had some applicants ask about, due to COVID, they have not been able to accurately complete their application, so we're giving them a few extra days. That will happen. That will be on my website. I couldn't change it because the college website was down, so any other information you can email me at dnoble@sunyrockland.edu, and I can be sure to get you all the appropriate information you need. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Donna. That was great.
You're welcome.
So I'm looking at the chat. So if I do see people were asking, if it's too late to apply to the nursing program for the spring semester. Unfortunately, it is too late to be directly admitted to nursing. However, we do have the option of you still starting in the spring. You can apply to the college. You would be admitted as undecided for the School of Nursing, Health, and Wellness. And that would allow you to really start your prerequisites and for the nursing program and or the OTA program, if you do miss the deadline for the OTA program as well. So you still can get started this spring, and then you would be able to apply for the nursing program directly for the fall semester and take your TEAS exam and everything and be ready to start for the fall semester. The fall semester application is from February 1st to April 15th. So, but you don't have to wait to start at RCC. You can start this spring and get ahead and, get started on a lot of your prerequisites and other courses available that are required for those degrees. If you do have any questions, please go ahead and type them in the chat box. We can go ahead and answer those questions. Let me look through the chat and see if there's any others that I can see.
Questions about the TEAS exams, when they're going to be given available at RCC, or how they're able to register for those.
Great. Maureen, do you have more information on the TEAS exam?
No, I mean, they could go on ATI to actually register. There was somebody sent the link. I saw it in the chat.
Yes.
So if they go on to ATI to register, and then on our website, we'll have down the dates that it's available at RCC.
Great.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, so you don't have to take the TEAS exam at RCC, correct? You can take it really anywhere, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Corey, just so you know, generally the dates aren't up so early because we just finished a cycle. So it takes a little while for the next set of dates to get up.
Great. Someone is asking about nursing prerequisites. And so what, is there prerequisites required for nursing?
Yeah, so there's actually, to get into nursing, you just really need your math and science. They could take all their prereqs together with their nursing courses, but to progress to the next level nursing course, they're going to need to have some of those science courses done. So they really should look at a degree sheet to be able to see, how it's listed each semester. So I have one in front of me. So if they could see this, I'm holding it up. So it's showing our 4 semesters, and certain courses, the sciences, need to be done in that semester before they move to the next. So they really should, look on the website and research this a little and attend an information session, because they really, Maria Boyano goes over this really thorough.
Great. And so the person also asked about when's the deadline to apply undecided for spring. The deadline is, we are rolling admission. So classes start January 23rd for the spring semester. So you really should, you have up until January 23rd, but we really advise you to apply sooner than that. That way we can get you into your math and English placement and allow you to get advised and registered for classes. Advisement and registration for spring semester is open as of this week. So it is really good for you to get on that if you have not applied to the college as of yet, but we are on rolling admission.
All right, so for those interested in the spring and they can't, start nursing right away, there's really many courses. I mean, they could take their anatomy 1, with their college writing, general psychology. So they really should look at that degree sheet, because there are many courses that they could take, before they get accepted into nursing.
Yes, and those degree sheets are usually available on our website. Unfortunately, we are having a little issue right now, but it should be rectified in the next few days. So please be patient and check back on that.
Corey, if I could just jump in.
Go ahead.
For students who need something like the anatomy and physiology courses, the A&P 1 would be a good starting point for students, because that's going to be kind of a gateway course for nursing, for OTA. It's also an exercise, many of the exercise and human performance tracks as well. So, but that's a class that we run day, evening, weekends, but they do fill to capacity in most cases. So if students are interested, I would echo your statement that they need to get in, get advised and get registered as soon as possible.
Great. I have another question. Someone asked if they attend a community college in New Jersey, do those credits tend to transfer well? And for the most part, yes, we do accept transfer credits from other schools. It really all depends, really what the school is and where you're coming from, but we do advise you to apply. If you've attended today's session, you're getting a $30 application fee waiver emailed to you in the next few days. So go ahead and apply, and we can review to see what transfer credits that you're able to get. And then how many students are accepted to nursing each semester? I believe, Maureen, do you want to take that one?
Sure. So typically each semester is about 100 students, but we have students that, included in that are some students that are repeating or took a leave of absence. So typically I would say about 75 on average. So that's an average.
Great. Each semester. Right?
Yes, each semester, right. So we accept both semesters, which is a great thing about Rockland.
Yes.
Some schools only do it once a year. So
for sure. Perfect. And then we have a few more questions. For transfer credits, how long does it take to review? It really all depends. So we'd like to review things within 7 to 10 business days of receiving an official transcript from the college or university. But we can get busy, so it may take some more time if it's closer to the start of the semester. So the earlier you apply and the sooner you send us your transfer credit, your transcripts, then we can review for transfer credits. And then I think just one more question. I believe Elaine I'm not sure what you're referring to as far as how many apply and what the dropout rate is. I don't know if you're referring to nursing or not, or just in RCC in general.
I'll let Dr. Hopkins answer that one.
She's referring to nursing. for how many apply and how many drop out.
Every semester varies, but the pool generally, like I will tell you, this semester we had over 260 students apply. And as Dr. Croning said, we can give out about 75 seats. So we had 265, I believe was the number, who scored a proficient or above. So it's competitive. So we can only take the top number. The dropout rate is interesting. I don't know exactly how many students do drop out. Some of our students fail out of the program, and that's because we are an accredited program and because nursing is dependent on a licensing exam. Like any other nursing program, there are a limited number of times you can take certain nursing core courses. So if you exceed that number and you're unsuccessful in the second attempt in one particular course, you would be out of the program. So that's a number that we see more than just dropping out. We don't really see people dropping out, but we also graduate a fair number. Many of students go through our program. As Dr. Croning said, it is difficult to go through in 2 years to take everything. So even though there's no prereqs per se, a lot of students take their co-reqs prior to coming in so that they can focus on nursing courses.
Okay, so at this time, we are out of time to take any more questions for the School of Nursing Health and Wellness and School of STEM presentations. I did want to share my screen to show you our upcoming sessions. So today, starting in a couple minutes, we have a session with about finding the right path and choosing the best program for you, which will give you tips on how to find the best program and what resources we have through our Student Success Office and what we can do to help you stay on that path. And what about if you want to change your major or what major is, best for you. So we're going to talk about a bit about that. And then at 6:30, we have an honors info session tonight. And then tomorrow night, we have the School of Arts and Humanities and the School of Educational Social Sciences presentation. And then at 5 o'clock, we have a Funding Your Education, where financial aid and paying for college. We'll have representatives from our financial aid office and our student accounts office to talk to you about that. On Thursday, November 19th, we have the School of Business and Professional Studies, and our Career Skills Academy is going to be presenting. That's at 5 o'clock. And then at 6 o'clock, we have resources for adult learners. So we have representatives from our Child Care Center, from our Academic Success Center. We have mental health counseling and our Connection Center and financial aid are going to be talking about what resources we have, particularly for working parents, single parents, adult learners who are coming back, that we have here at RCC to make sure you succeed. And then on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., it is the Introduction to Enrollment Management and Student Affairs, otherwise known as EMSA, along with an open Q&A and in breakout rooms with different departments within EMSA. So EMSA includes admissions, student success and advising, financial aid, student accounts, records and registration, placement office, student involvement, all different types of departments. So make sure you pre-register for any of the sessions that you want to take part in. And then afterwards, if you do miss a session, we will be posting recordings on our website to have an on-demand library for our open house and virtual information sessions. So at this time, I do want to thank our members of the School of Nursing, Health and Wellness and the members of the School of STEM for participating in our open house today and for offering some great information and guidance to our prospective students. So
thank you for doing this, Corey.